Dave, Colchester up next then, and a team whose manager I think you know pretty well, don't you?
Yeah, I know Tony Humes for a number of years. He's very similar to myself. He used to be the academy manager there at Colchester before being promoted up as the first team manager. He's a great guy and one that I know has worked tirelessly at the football club. So I know what to expect. We're expecting a tough test again this Saturday. But what we do know is that we're going to have to take our momentum and positivity and the things that we've done well on Tuesday night against Crawley into this game. So we've done our preparations now and we're now in the final phases of it, so we're all looking forward to the game.
Youth very much the bedrock of what they do, a bit of experience dotted round, but by and large it's trying to get lads from their system into their first team.
Yeah, it will be. He's done that, although I know after taking over last year and doing a great job in making sure that they secured their status in League One. Tony's added a little bit of experience now to their squad as well. So we definitely won't be taking the game lightly. We'll be very focused on what we need to achieve and what we need to do. And we'll be going into it full of positivity and momentum from the game on Tuesday.
They've had a measure of success, haven't they, by going that way with youth and a bit of experience dotted in. Obviously, a good stint in League One now, having survived on the last day of last season.
Yeah, they have, and they've started brightly. They had, it was a good game that they had against Blackpool, and they was unlucky in the cup on Tuesday night at Reading, taking Reading to extra time. So, like what I said, we need to focus on us now and make sure that we're ready for the next challenge. The next challenge is Colchester. Colchester at home, and we know that we've made London Road and the Abax Stadium a fortress, so we'll be making sure that we focus on what we need to do and approach the game in a positive way.
Adabert, Rowling and Anderson on Tuesday night caused all sorts of problems, didn't they, down that side, showing that your youth is beginning to bear fruit as well.
Well, our youth is strong. Obviously, Toby and H have been with me for a long time now, and they've come through the youth team with me. So I was really pleased to see them take their opportunity. I was really pleased to see them assert themselves on the game. I was really pleased for Harry Anderson in particular, because he came to us from Crawley when they closed their youth policy, and I thought his performance, his energy, his determination, his commitment to the football club really shone through, and he was rewarded. The harder you work, the luckier you get, and that was rewarded with the 2 assists that he put in particular the second, where under 2 heavy challenges he could have gone down, but he stayed true and honest and stood up and found Marcus to score the second goal. So I was really pleased with that. But the actual combination and understanding that Harry and Toby have, I felt helped them both, because if they've both played alongside each other last season for me in the youth team, and they have a good understanding of each other and what they're capable of doing. And I spoke to Toby at half time in the game on Tuesday and said to him, you're getting forward into some great areas, and we know what your ability is, and we believe in you and we trust you, and when you get there, don't look for a pass, look for a cross, look to do something that's going to impact the game. And I felt he'd done that really, really well in the second half, and for me that was really pleasing.
How's Michael Smith, talking of full-backs? Is he anywhere sort of close to full fitness yet?
Michael's in with the osteopath again this afternoon, so once I've finished here I'll be going in to see him. He's got an appointment at 1:30, so we'll know more on him either today or tomorrow morning after he's done that work with the osteopath. But Michael Smith isn't too far away now, which is pleasing also, because of competition for places is what we want. And Toby is, like what I said before, he's equipped himself well, so he'll be adding that spice and that competition for places when Michael does return.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if Smith were to be fit for the weekend, I suppose you'd have a real sort of dilemma on your hands, wouldn't you, because of the way Toby played on Tuesday? Yeah,
we have got dilemmas now, and it's a great position to be in. I didn't have those dilemmas this time last week. There was a number of injuries, and we had to move quickly to bring Alex Davey in, or injury and illness to Rico and Briz. So for me, as a manager, they're good headaches to have, and ones that I want.
Are you already thinking about perhaps extending Davey beyond the month, because he's looked a bit classy, hasn't he, at centre back alongside Kwani, and he was thrown in late on, I think, wasn't he, to play on the opening day against Rochdale?
Yeah, he was, and he hadn't trained with us before the game, so the pleasing thing for me is Alex has settled in really well with the group this week in training. He's trained well, he played well. I felt on Tuesday night he went and won his headers, and his class will show when he gets in possession of the ball, and his ability to find a pass is magnificent as a centre half, and that's exactly what we want. We'll obviously review it closer to the time. He's here until at least the end of the month, and then we'll have our discussions with Chelsea, and we'll review that situation, as I'll be having the conversations with the chairman, obviously, as that develops. But as we stand, he was part of a winning team on Tuesday, and as long as he maintains that, then yeah, we will be looking to possibly extend that, but those are conversations that we'll have later on down the line.
How's Marcus Maddison picked up a knock late on Tuesday?
Yeah, he picked up a little knock. He obviously rested it yesterday. He went in and see